Hi guys, it's Arch from Oman. How's everyone doing? Good, I hope. Usually I would do this video at the end of the year, but alas, I am delayed. We're not mad, are we? We're not mad. At the end of every year, I always do a video called Fragrances I Obtained in Said Year. 2024 being the year in this case. And I just go through all of the things I added to my collection in the year. There's usually things that I add immediately after doing the video. That happens every time. There's things that I've added that have already gone out of my collection again. That's fine. This is where we've ended. I added, currently, I've got them all here, 33 perfumes to my collection this year, which I think is perfectly fine. Okay, don't argue. So I'm going to talk a little bit about each one. I'm not going to do reviews. I'm not going to go in depth because we will be here all day and I will be totally bored by the sound of my own voice. So let's just do it. Happy New Year to all of you. I am a little bit late, but here we are, better late than never. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Let's continue. Not let's continue, let's even begin. Let's just start the thing. Okay, first perfume on the list. So this is gonna take so much editing. As I grabbed that first perfume bottle, I just thought, whoa, the editing is gonna be real with this one. Anyway, let's do it. It's this one. I actually got this perfume, it's called Plunge, it's by Parfumerie. I actually got this perfume immediately after doing my 2023 video. That happens every time. So technically I got this in 2023, but let's just put it at the beginning of the 2024 one, otherwise where would it sit? It would be in limbo, it would be dead, it would be gone, it would be in purgatory. This is by Parfumerie, as I said. If you don't know Prissana, he's a fantastic guy. This perfume is amazing. Of course, otherwise I wouldn't have it in my collection, would I? Absolutely love this perfume. This is my second favorite perfume from Parfumerie as a whole. The first one being A Sort of Fairy Tale in Hyde Park, which I've shouted about before on my channel. This is a modern chypre. It's a fruity chypre. It's a dark, fruity, plummy chypre with tons of moss, amazing chypre structure, dark fruits, richness, mystery. I absolutely love it, and it's going to be a lot of lid taking on and offing in this video. Get used to it. Maybe I should get blotters actually. Didn't think of that. Let's do that now. See you in a mo. Did you ever know that you're my hero? Okay, we're back. The second one was a lovely gift from my friend Emily. She had this perfume and she said, I'm not going to use it anymore. I absolutely love it. I don't know if anyone knows it, but it is called Gozo. And this perfume is by Jeroboam, which if you don't know them, Jeroboam is Javoy. There's a company called Javoy. They have their own line of perfumes. Jeroboam is the sister company. This is a great fragrance. This is a completely unique fragrance. Never have I smelled anything like this. It's a big saffron perfume. There is violet leaves, geranium, tuberose in here. There is there tuberose in it? Yes, I think there is. There is, by no means is it a tuberose fragrance though. Don't let that put you off. There is ambroxan, there's patchouli, there is musk. It's smoky, it's sweet, it's weird, it's wonderful, and it performs like a crazy thing. It stays on your skin for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, and I love it. So I have this one. I've already used, you can see it wiggling around in there. I've already used that much of it. I don't know how. I probably way oversprayed this when I wore it throughout the year. These are in order actually of when I got them. I should have mentioned that. So that is Gozo by Jeroboam. The next one I adore. This was an instant love. This was one of those, you know when you smell a perfume and you get that love at first sniff. It's just decision made. I love it. I want it. It was one of those. And I'm going to spray it just for comfort and for pure beauty. This perfume is, I wear this perfume to bed a lot. And it's called Talco. So this is by a brand called New Notes. They're an Italian brand. They're fairly new on the scene and they're making really cool, funky, fresh kind of things. They've got a little bit of vintage going on in their collection. And I really like most of the perfumes in their collection. There's a couple that I don't, but Talco is my standout. If you didn't tell from the name, it smells like talcum powder. It smells like baby powder. It's got some iris in it. It's fluffy, it's cozy. They nailed the talc accord. They just nailed it. And I didn't have a perfume like this in my collection. So this scratches that powdery itch that if you like powdery perfumes and want to slot one in, this one slots in perfectly. And it's really small. It's an extrait as well. So Talco is heaven to me. This is, it ticks every single box. Done. Next. The next one is this. It is Pomegranate Noir by Jo Malone. Probably the best-selling Jo Malone perfume, I think, other than maybe Wood Sage and Sea Salt. And I think this is like the Christmas edition bottle. I think it's really, really pretty. I must say, I don't really get along with Jo Malone perfumes. There's only two that I like. This one, and the other one is called English Oak and Hazelnut. Both I think are fantastic. Most of the others that I smell, I'm usually massively underwhelmed by them. But Pomegranate Noir is kind of, I guess, like a staple if you like Jo Malone. It's a very Christmassy, kind of spiced, plummy, fruity. I mean, it doesn't smell like pomegranate because to me, pomegranates don't actually have a taste. To me, they just taste like sweet. I was gonna say sugar. I wasn't gonna say the swear word that you maybe thought I was gonna say. It's kind of festive. It just reminds me of Christmas. I don't know. It's a bit piney as well to me. It smells like a wreath. You know, a wreath that's got berries on it. That's what it smells like to me, and I really like it. I only wear it occasionally, but I really love this bottle. I think it's such a cute version of it. So yeah, I like the way it looks in my collection when it's in my collection. So Pomegranate Noir by Jo Malone. The blotters are trying to escape me. My room's gonna be a mess after this video. Anyway, on to the next one. The next one I absolutely adore. I have a friend called Matt. Matt, if you're watching, you're the person that introduced me to this fragrance because I think you post about it pretty much every day on your Facebook. And I was thinking, gosh, okay, what is this perfume? Anyway, I ended up with it in my collection. It's called Bergamask and it's by Orto. Wowza! I mean, this perfume it's fantastic, okay? I am the person that will hold my hands up and say, I don't wear citrus perfumes. I don't like citrusy perfumes. To me, a lemon is a lemon. A lemon's a lemon's a lemon. You cook with them, you use them, you smell them every day. It's lemon in everything. This is bergamot, obviously, which is kind of like lemon, but done in such a fantastic way. Alessandro Gualtieri, the perfumer behind this brand, I'm pretty sure that's his name. I get him mixed up with Antonio Gardoni. He doesn't reveal his notes ever to anyone. He doesn't say, this is my note list, this is what's in my perfume. You're just meant to feel them as an experience. And Bergamask to me is a spectacularly well-constructed citrus perfume that contains a whole bunch of lavender and this exquisite white musk in the base. The musk part of it is my favorite part of it. And there's a little bit animalic as well because all of the Orto perfumes have animalics, but this is just so nuclear in strength. It stays on you for it's forever. You just can't get it off. And I wore this a lot when it was really hot in summer and I absolutely fell in love deeper and deeper and deeper, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon. So Bergamask by Orto. By the way, my battery will run out during this video. It's just given, it's going to be a long one. Sticking with the same perfumer, just his other brand, Nasomatto, I got Nudiflorum by Nasomatto. Focus, please. I don't know if you can see it, but when I smelled this, oh gosh, it was another one of those, this is super cool. This is a wacky thing. This is a floral, it's a huge white floral with a kind of leathery tobacco-ness. It feels like a floral from another planet. And I will say, no detriment to either brand, but it definitely resembles Charade by Sarah Baker, which I have talked about on my channel quite a lot. They're both big, bold, kind of vintagey, leathery florals, and this one is, again, Alessandro Gualtieri does not play around when it comes to the power of his perfumes, and this one is monstrous. I always overspray it. Tiny little extrait and such a great addition to my collection this year. I absolutely adore it. Let me give it a sniff. You know I have to sniff all of them as I go, right? It's just wild. It's just, I don't even know. It feels somewhere in the world of tuberose, but kind of not. Like it's like a tuberose from somewhere else, on a different planet. So the next 5 are all from the same perfumer. It is my wonderful, lovely friend, Prin Lomros. I'm very lucky to actually kind of know him and sometimes be in contact with him. And when he comes to London, if he can, we usually meet if he's got time, but he's a very busy man, as you can probably imagine. He is so kind and generous to me. He often gifts me things, never with the intention of me reviewing them. As I always say, I review his perfumes because I like them and I like him and I like his work and I like his style. He has a unique voice in this huge sea of perfume brands and perfume egos and all of these brands that think that they're absolutely fantastic when actually they're kind of not. Prin is this quiet voice. He's this quiet man in person. He's so humble and smiley and cute. But man, does he create some spectacularly bold perfumes. He gave me a whole bunch of stuff. I'll skim through them with you now. So the first one's called Sahar. This one's an amber. Look at the color of this liquid. It's absolutely gorgeous. Oh my God. This is an amber with frankincense, myrrh, cumin seed, cinnamon, mint, and cedarwood. Amazing. The next one is called Tirtha. I had such problems pronouncing this perfume when I did the video on these. Like I said, I did a video. If you want to go and look at them, I did a video about some of these things here. There is Tirtha. This one has incense, herbs, clove, galbanum, sandalwood, white champaka, lemongrass, sambac jasmine, and bodhi tree. These cute little 30 mils that pack such a punch, it's crazy. The next one is called Akhetaten. Here you go, another incredibly dark liquid. This one is suede, myrrh, amber, jasmine, rose de mai, pink lotus absolute, saffron, fenugreek, and incense. Then he gave me two from strangers. This one is called Lomhom Khao Hom. Probably pronouncing it completely wrong. This one has rosewood, fig, elemi, cashew nut, milk, cinnamon, sandalwood, tea, jasmine, cucumber, among other things. I mean, you can see from Prin's note list that he doesn't mess around. And the last one, sorry, my nose is itching. The last one's a beautiful one called Rosa Raimunda, and it's not often that Prin does rose. When he first started, he didn't use rose at all. I remember talking to him and he said, rose is boring. Rose is boring, but he has made some roses and he's done them in a Prin way. So this one's called Rosa Raimunda. I've used a bit of that. Considering I have a lot of perfumes, I have put a dent in that one actually. This one is hibiscus, sangria, pomegranate, clove, honey, damask rose, tea rose, rose jam, cinnamon, red currant, vanilla, saffron, almond, patchouli, amber. The list goes on. Okay, the next thing in this video is one of my favorite things that I added to my collection this year. It's not my favorite, that is coming up in a little while, but this one is one of the really special ones because, again, it was an instant love. I fell in love with it. And sometimes you just know that you just need this in your collection. I want to wear this. I want this to hand. Some days I really just want to smell like this. And I shouted about this on my channel in other videos along the way throughout last year. And it's called Ninfea. And this is by Profumum Roma. This perfume is sent from the heavens. It really is. This is just one of those spectacularly beautiful florals that kind of takes my breath away a little bit with how much beauty I think it has. You might not. You don't come across florals like this very often. And this is, I call it the perfume of fairies. I say that to everyone that I talk to this about. This reminds me, this is what a fairy garden would smell like. It's like, it's so kind of, it's really strong, by the way, don't get me wrong. It's strong and it's powerful, but there is a delicateness to the actual way it smells. It's a rose, it's a rose. It's a rose, okay? It's a grassy rose with honeysuckle and it's got a pronounced violet note as well. So it's kind of sweet. It's, I don't want to talk too much about this one because I'll sit here for hours and just gush over it, and we need to move on. If you like florals and you can get your hands on Profumum Roma, just as a brand in general, they are amazing. And Ninfea is the chef's kiss for me. Stunning. I love you so much, Ninfea. Thank you for being in my collection. I shouldn't hit you so hard. I do actually love you. Ninfea is the Italian word for water lily. Fun fact. The next one is a powerhouse, and it's from a brand that is a powerhouse just in general. It's one of the best incense perfumes I've tried, and it's called Royal Incense. And this is by Oman Luxury. Are you going to focus for me, camera? I don't know, but you can see it. Oh, you can see it. Royal Incense. This is so great. This is, it's a very, very special incense perfume. If you like incense, it's a frankincense. I should probably be more specific about that because there's many different types of incense. It's not just frankincense. Did a whole video about incense way back in the day on my old sofa in my old flat before all of this. So it's a frankincense. It's a really smoothed out frankincense. It's got honey in this one. It's, oh God, it's so good. It's got a little bit church vibes, I don't know, but it's not dark in any way. It's an incense that's on the lighter side, and it's sweetened, and it's just rounded out by this honey note. And the honey is not like gloopy thick honey that's like sticking to you, but that is just gorgeous. Let's just put it down. Royal Incense by Oman Luxury, killer. The next one is by a beautiful French brand called MDCI, and this perfume is called Les Indes Galantes. One of my friends watching this, I think, might have this. I'm talking to you, Abdullah. How are you, my love? We've spoken about this perfume before. I think that you own this. Sorry guys, that was just a little me moment to my friend, because I know he's going to watch this video. Les Indes Galantes by MDCI is lovely. It's another incense actually, but this one is a vanilla incense. This is very, very hard to describe, and I won't even try, but it's definitely worth looking it up if you're into both of those things, vanilla and incense. I love their bottles. Their bottles are so chic. They're a little bit kitsch. They're a little bit vintage. They really are just so pretty, and I might possibly have Chypre Palatine in my possession really soon. I'm not sure, because that's like the gold star perfume, I think, from the brand. But this Les Indes Galantes is... It's a very smoothly constructed perfume. Lots of vanilla, lots of incense, a little bit spicy as well. Love. I'm going to move on. Honestly, we need to move on. The next one I was so happy to receive because I have wanted this perfume for many years. It is my favorite perfume by Carner Barcelona, and it's called Volcano. I'm starting to think that I maybe got this last year. No, I didn't. Let me just quickly figure this out. But anyway, it's Volcano by Carner, one of the best labdanums out there for me, along with one of the État Libre d'Orange ones. A gorgeous spiced labdanum perfume with incense, patchouli and vetiver. Absolutely love it. Did I have this in 2023? I can't remember. If I did, and I got this wrong, what that means is, in my notes, is that I got the big one. I got the big one this year. Maybe I got both of them. I can't remember this year. Either way, I added a Volcano to my collection this year. It might be the big mama. I got the mummy and the baby because I can never have too much Volcano in my life. This perfume is incredible. It is a compliment getter. It's got a little bit oud in it. This is the type of oud I like. Oud when it's in the back, when it's just a little bit of a player, you know, it's in the chorus. You know, it's not the main actor, it's not even the understudy, it's just a little bit in the wings, just there doing its job without being the shouty, loud, obnoxious thing that it is usually. So Volcano by Carner, added either this big one or even both of them to my collection this year, and I am over the moon about it. It's not been sprayed. I can't even smell it. I've never sprayed this one because I've sprayed the little one first. Anyway, we move on and we smile about it. Next bunch of things is all from the same brand, and it is the British brand Ormonde. Let me tell you a little story. It's Tanja. This is the one that I added to my collection. Tanja. Tanja is... Do I need to talk about it? Have you heard me talk about Tanja before? If you haven't, I won't gush too much, but it's pretty much my favorite neroli perfume on this spherical thing that we call the earth. Or as some of you believe, this flat thing that we call the earth. Can't forget those ones. Just the most exquisite, powdery, mandarin, neroli, fizzy, effervescent thing. So what happened is, I had Tanja in my video last year, I believe. I'm not sure. I have a bottle of Tanja already. I now have 4 because what Ormonde decided to do is make Tanja a USA exclusive. You can now only get Tanja if you are in the USA. Lucky you guys, sad for me because I love this perfume with all my little heart. I love it so much that when I found out that it was going to be being taken off as a USA exclusive, I bought 2 bottles of it, and I already had half of one anyway, and then I happened across this new big 88ml one as well. So now I have 4 Tanjas. And I can tell you right now, it's still not enough. The best neroli on this planet, according to Ouch from Mono. You might disagree, but Jesus Christ, this thing is stunning. I love it. Of course, I wouldn't have it otherwise. Okay, next one. I also got Indes from the same brand. My battery's gonna go in a sec, so you might see a shift in the way this looks, but I'll be back in a sec. Or in your case, a split second. For me, it's gonna take a couple of minutes. Indes, also by Ormonde. Let me spray it. It's a really fruity one, this one. It's like a fruity, like rhubarby rose. I'm gonna skim through these ones. I also got Sakura, which was one of the newer releases from Ormonde in 2020. I think it came out in 2024. This is lovely, really complex, tons of dainty, pretty florals, and then that signature airy punch that Ormonde has in a lot of her perfumes. Their perfume, sorry. It's Linda Pilkington is the her, Ormonde is the brand. Really like this one. Had compliments when I've worn it and enjoy wearing it. I also got Ormonde Woman. Absolutely love this. I've always loved this. I liked it from the first time I ever smelled it. I love the use of hemlock in it. I like that it's got a kind of grassy, foresty, mystical type feeling. Feels a bit witchy, but done in such an elegant way. Really love Ormonde Woman. And the last one is this one, Champaka. If you guys want to give yourself a little laugh, you can go and watch Baby Reviewer Tom way back 10, 12 years ago, talking about Ormonde perfumes, talking about niche perfumes for one of the first times ever, and just really struggling through it and seeing if I can do this, you know, if I can do this YouTube thing. Champaka is lovely. I wish Champaka was used in more perfumes. Okay, my battery did die. What were we talking about? Champaka by Ormonde. What I was saying was, oh, where are my blotters? Here. I was saying that I wish Champaka was used more in Parfumerie. Speaking of Prin Lomros, he uses Champaka a lot in his perfume. So if you really love Champaka, check out Prin Lomros's perfumes. Stranger's Parfumerie, amongst other things. It's nice, it's quite simple. It doesn't actually smell the way that it smelled when I first tried it all them years ago. I tried this more than maybe 10 years ago, easily. I still really like it though. There's just something about the vibe of Ormonde's perfumes, or the DNA, shall we say. I know some people hate the word vibe when they talk about perfume. Words just fall out of my mouth, guys. I can't help it. I do things like this pretty much off the cuff. So I lost my train of thought. Yeah, there's something about the DNA of Ormonde perfumes that I vibe with. I'll say vibe again. You can't stop me. Yeah, they just feel, I always say, like, they feel like a lot of them feel like they've had air injected into them. I don't know if it's like their base that they use or a certain molecule that they put in everything, but it's a really nice feeling. They have this sort of cleanliness to most of them, and they're nice. They're accessible niche perfumes. They did recently change all of their perfumes to 88 mils, which has hyped the price up. I don't know, they were a bit more accessible before. Anyway, they're nice. They make lovely perfumes. A lot of them have this elegance to them, but Tanja is still my number one, and I won't have any bad words said about it. I'll fight you on this. If you didn't know already, I love Lush stuff. Did you know that? I really like Lush. Just a reminder that I really like Lush. I go there all the time on my lunch break. I work really close to this huge one in London, and I was just mooching around one day. They'd released loads of new perfumes. I actually went to buy a body cream. That's why I went to Lush. I didn't actually buy the body cream because I bought this. 29 High Street by Lush. This was only really ever available in their Dorset, the Pool, the one in Pool in Dorset, because that's where it originated. It was like a special perfume for them. 29 High Street is the address of the Dorset Lush, and it's the perfume that is meant to smell like the Lush shop. And I saw it on the counter in these little pyramid shape, and I said to the guy, since when did Oxford Street sell the 29 High Street perfume? And he said, since recently. And I know what Lush are like. They're tricky little tricksters, they're little monsters. They like to discontinue things or take things away at any given notice. So I bought it on the spot. It was an impulse buy because I love it anyway. Oh, lid off. How many times did I do that in this video so far? I don't know. Do I think it smells like the Lush shop itself? Not really, but it definitely does smell like a whole bunch of Lush things together. It's kind of candy-ish, it's a bit lemongrassy, it's kind of fruity as well. It's very hard to pinpoint what it actually smells like, but if you know the smell of 29 High Street, it's fun. It's a joyful perfume. It makes me feel really happy. I love anything 29 High Street scented. It's always a treat to get, because I get the Lush boxes, if you didn't know already, the kitchen subscription boxes, and whenever there's a 29 High Street scented anything in it, I get extra happy. So I got the perfume on the spot and I love it. Don't roll your eyes, but I did get Bianco Latte this year as well. You might have seen it in another video where I mentioned that I got it. Yes, it is the ultra hyped perfume. It is the TikTok sensation. It is the superstar of the world. It is the perfume on everyone's lips at the moment, and everyone's probably sick of it, but I got it. I wore it 5 times before I bought it. I don't wear vanilla. I've said that so many times in my videos. I don't really wear vanilla perfumes. My skin amps vanilla to the heavens. And every time I wore this, I just felt something. So I wanted to get it. So I got myself it, because why not? I'm allowed, I'm an adult, and we can make our own decisions. It's monstrous. This is a monstrous perfume. It's so strong. It compliments come out of people's mouths without them even meaning to. Like, it's just this thing. I don't know. It's a huge tonka vanilla, honey type thing. Some people smell mint in it. Some people smell coconut in it. I do sometimes. Do I today? No. A couple of days ago I did though. Our noses change. The weather changes. Things smell different on different days in different environments. Remind yourself of that, because some days you might say, oh, I hate this perfume now. Keep it and smell it in a month. You might like it again. Anyway, if you already don't know what Bianco Latte is, it's an internet sensation, and it's basically just a really strong, powerful, rich, creamy, huggy vanilla that everyone really loves. Most people really like. Not everyone, of course, but I got it. The next one is Rose de Pushka, and it's by a company called Ella-K. The name is actually on the side, but it might even be worn away. Hold on. I always put the name here anyway. Here, I always put the name here, so you'll be able to see the name. Rose de Pushka by Ella-K, in reference to Lake Pushka in India, where pilgrims go and lay rose petals on a lake. I love the story. This is a very beautiful sandalwood. It's a rose sandalwood perfume, and it's my favorite from Ella-K. Sonia Constant, if you're watching this, which you probably never will, she's the perfumer behind this brand. Why did you discontinue this? What was going on there? What was that thought process? Take us through it. Please enlighten us. By us, I mean me, because this perfume's great and she discontinued it. So it's my favorite from the brand. Such a great representation of sandalwood, beautiful rose. There's a little bit of oud in here as well, and saffron. I mean, it is literally phosphorescent in color. We don't mind that. The quality of, not the quality, I won't say the quality, I will say the performance of this perfume. It stays on you the length that I want it to. It's one of those 12-hour plus perfumes. You're in safe hands with it. You put it on, you don't need to be reapplying it. As much as I like to reapply perfume, like a savage, this one doesn't require it. And the color's pretty cool, but it could put some people off. Anyway, Rose de Pushka by Ella-K. Added that to my collection this year. If I say this year, you guys know that I mean last year, right? I've probably been saying this year the whole time because my brain is still in 2024. Forgive me, you understand what I mean. If I say this year, I mean last year. This is a 2024 video, just done in 2025. Okay, the next bunch are all from the same brand again. I'm going to skim through them. They are all by Histoires De Parfums. I don't know if you know this brand. Lovely French brand. And they make a wide variety of perfumes, and they definitely have their own unique style. I love that they have 120 ml bottles. That's quite cool. So the first one is called 1804. This is so pretty, this perfume. It's got pineapple, it's got lily, it's mainly lily of the valley, so it's really kind of pretty white floral, not in an air freshener way. It's got pineapple. I think it might have plum as well, or maybe nutmeg. One sec. The notes are in here in French on a reflective surface. Excuse me while I just pass out. Peach, pear, tiare flower, lily of the valley, nutmeg, and jasmine as well. But really the lily of the valley is the prevailing flower. And lily of the valley is gorgeous. When it's done right, you know, it doesn't smell like air freshener. I think it's an association of people. Lily of the valley smells like air freshener because it's put in air freshener. It's the same way your brain associates lemon with kitchen cleaner or pine with toilet cleaner. Remove that association. It might help you feel things in a different way. Anyway, next, I've got a few to get through. The next one is 1740 by Histoires De Parfums. This is a wild perfume. This is such a crazy leather. I mean, this is very unique, a very uniquely done leather perfume. It has in it bergamot, davana. I thought that said swordfish. It doesn't say swordfish. It says sensualis. What on earth is that? Patchouli, coriander, cardamom, cedar, vanilla, immortelle. It's a wacky leather. It's not like a leather boot type leather. It's softer somehow, and it has this sort of intoxicating weirdness to it that I cannot put my finger on, but I really like it. So glad I got it in my collection. Parrot's going crazy. Sorry, guys. The next one is this one. It is called 1889 Moulin Rouge, and this is such a beautiful iris. Really great lipsticky iris with cinnamon. It's a little bit fruity as well. They put cinnamon in it because, you know, the ladies of the Moulin Rouge, they used to put cinnamon on their lips before they performed to make them redder and more pouty and more voluptuous. So I love Moulin Rouge by Histoires De Parfums. Really great iris, love. The next one is this one. It's called 1876, and this one is another one that's pretty hard to describe, but it's a very vintage floral. It feels, I'm going to spray this one actually. Sometimes I'm compelled to spray them, sometimes I am not. Usually it's because I need to be reminded of how they are. This definitely feels like, it's giving me like Estee Lauder type feeling, you know, from days gone by. Not the new Estee Lauder perfumes, but it almost feels like a chypre, but it's not. The notes of it don't make it feel like a chypre, or don't make it sound like a chypre, I should say. It's really hard to see. Look at this. The notes are written in silver on a reflective label. It's not helpful for us, is it? It doesn't help us at all. So it says, oh, if I hold it this way, I can see. It says bergamot, orange, lychee, rose, Moldovan rose, I think, iris, cinnamon, cumin, sandalwood, vetiver, gaiac wood, white musk, vanilla. Not a chypre structure by any means, but does it feel like a chypre? Yes. It's like a floral, mossy, kind of woody chypre. Okay, that one. The last one I got from Histoires De Parfums is this one, and this is, I think, maybe my favorite one from the brand in its entirety, and it's called Prolix. So it's called Prolix. Not to be vulgar or crass, but it reminds me of the word prolapse, and I always have to like correct myself or change it in my brain when I say it. Definitely smells great though. This is a really nice tobacco fragrance. It's soft, it's woody, it's got powdery elements to it. I'm gonna spray it as well. I really love this one. I think it is my favorite Histoires De Parfums. Maybe along with the Moulin Rouge one. Yeah, so nice this. It's a very like woodland tobacco, if that makes any sense. I can smell quite a lot of cedarwood in it, but the tobacco is great in here. It's kind of fuzzy and powdery. It's a tricky one to describe, but love this one. And I forget the name of this line, but yeah, like this one too. Okay, we have 5 left. Are you guys still with me? Molecule 1 by Eccentric Molecules. I almost feel like I shouldn't have this in my collection because I know that I have definitely said bad things about this brand in the past. Not bad, just saying they're not for me, they're not really perfumes. I mean, the molecules 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they're not really perfumes, they're singular things. They do have perfumes in their eccentric range. Molecule 1 for me ended up in my collection, and I do actually kind of like it. There are certain times that call for it, I think. I haven't worn it that much, as you can see, but I have worn it a few times. There is a draw about this, and I don't know what the draw is, but basically it smells like cedarwood and pepper. I mean, it's ISOE Super in a bottle, right? Good marketing strategy. It's good for layering. I'll give it that. Molecule 1. I'm sure everyone knows what this perfume is, right? It's ISOE Super, it's not perfume. Molecule 1. Okay, are you ready to see my favorite thing that I added to my collection in 2024? It's also the second best thing I smelled all year. I smell a lot of perfumes, guys. I work in the industry, just all of that business. The best thing I smelled all year is currently not released, so I can't talk about it. This is the second best thing I smelled all year. Someone showed me it. It was like one of those deepening, rolling moments where I knew that I liked it straight away, and I was like, oh, this is really, really pretty. I really like it. And then the more I put it on my skin, and the more I kept, oh my God. This person then gave me a small decant of it, and I took it away. I went to Sardinia on holiday in May. Gorgeous place, by the way, highly recommend. And I wore it out one night, and it enveloped itself around me, and something magical happened. And when that happens with a perfume, it's rare. You can go along liking lots of things or even loving loads of things, but then occasionally you get blown away by something. This is the one that did it for me, okay? And I'm very lucky that somebody I know hooked me up with bottle, because it's not that easy to find. I will give a shout out to her, my lovely friend Brooke. She owns a website called Saint Celier. I'll link it here. She sells niche perfumes if you're in the UK. She's such a lovely person and an ex-colleague of mine. She sells it on her site. I was like, I can't believe you sell it. So I got it. It's called Belle Âme, and it's by a brand called Les Abstraits. I can't pronounce that properly. I'm gonna spray it. Honestly, spraying this on a blotter feels like absolute sacrilege. How dare I waste this gorgeous juice on a blotter? Ugh. My heart just broke. What even is this beauty? Oh my gosh. Okay, so this perfume, it's an iris, okay? It's an iris perfume. It is not an earthy iris. We are in baby powder, cocoa, sandalwoody, incensey type iris. I've never felt like this about a perfume in such a long time. It is absolutely divine. I think I need to look up the perfumer of this. I'm pretty sure it might have been Antoine Lee. Something's clicking in my brain somewhere. I don't know, guys. Anyway, honestly, please try and get your nose on this. And if you can, maybe try and buy a sample of it from my lovely friend Brooke. This sounds like I'm plugging her website because I'm plugging her website. This is my favorite thing I added to my perfume collection this year, without a doubt. The gorgeousness of this perfume, the powder is so exquisite. Oh God. Sometimes you just get floored, you know? I'm not going to gush about it too much. There's only 3 left, so we do have a little bit of time here. But this Belle Âme, which means beautiful soul as well. I mean, what a gorgeous name for a perfume. I can smell this all day. I wore this to a friend's house party, and people commented on this perfume when I arrived. People said things to me about this. They said things. Just unbelievable. I need to stop, okay? This one. This. Oh, how I love thee. Thank you for being in my life. Okay, goodbye. For now, until in a minute. I need to lie down for a sec. I'll be back in a sec, okay? So, 3 left. Next one is this. I haven't opened it yet, although I have used it. It's called Bois Impérial, and it's the extrait version from Essentiel Parfums. What a buzz this brand has created. Huge buzz. There is millions of beehives buzzing all over the place about this brand, Essentiel Parfums. What they have created is a brand with relatively simple perfumes, executed very well with big name perfumers, lowered the price down to make them accessible to many people, and these things fly off of shelves. So Bois Imperial is the best-selling perfume from their line. They recently released an extra version. I smelled it and I bought it the next day. I already love Bois Imperial. I don't own the Eau de Parfum, but I will one day. This is great. Quentin Biche made it. If you like Ganymede, it's Ganymede vibes. I said vibes again. Ganymede, it's Akigala wood. It's got basil. This one is a more ambery, a more deep version of the original. It's less bright, it's less green, it's a little bit more muted in its texture. Really good. It's one of those ever-present perfumes. It's one of those ones when you're wearing it, you can smell it all the time. I can always smell it when I wear it. Always. A lot of the times, you know, when you wear a perfume, you cut off and you can't smell it anymore. Not this. Somehow it stays. And I love it. And it's a dinky little baby. It's 30 mils, but it's like a 35% or something. 32% strength. Absolutely great. Lovely little brand that are executing perfumes in a very good way and making them so affordable for people. I love that. Well done you, Essential Parfums. Great one. The second to last one is this one. It is not open yet, but I have talked about it on my channel. This was a personal gift from the wonderful Sarah Baker. It is Peach's Revenge. It's not open yet. Sorry, I'm not gonna, I don't want to open this. I have talked about Peach's Revenge on my channel before. Such a joyous perfume. The first time I smelled it, I loved it. Not usually my style, but there's something about it that just drew me in, and it's so fun. It's such a happy perfume. It's this beautiful kind of peach yogurt, whipped peach smoothie with guava and cinnamon and vanilla and this amaretto, and it's in here. But yeah, I won't be able to show you the bottle, unfortunately, but I'm sure you might know. If you don't know, you can Google the image. You can do some work yourself, right? But yeah, this is great. And it says to Thomas, Happy Christmas, love Sarah Baker. I will open it eventually. Oh, do you know what I can do? Let me just open my little thing here. Oh my God, I'm gonna knock something over. It's gonna be really bad. This is what the bottle looks like, except it says Peach's Revenge here instead of Charade. That's what her bottles look like, but yeah, Peach's Revenge. Okay, let's do the last one, and then I will leave you guys alone. You can go and breathe or cry or whatever it is you need to do after this video. I know that I will be probably starting to edit it for many, many hours. It's okay, I'd have the day off tomorrow. Last one. I literally just got this one a few days ago on return to work over the Christmas period. Technically, it's a 2025 perfume, but I'm putting it into 2024. Because I just am. That's just what I'm doing, because I literally got it like 5 days ago, which is essentially last year in my brain. So it's called Sweet William, and I'm actually really happy that I'm ending the video with this one, because you know what? This is one of my brother's favorite perfumes, and I love him so much. My little brother is so special. I say little, he's 29. He's gonna be 30 in March. And his name's Billy as well. So Billy is the shortened name of William. And he loves this. He actually has this perfume. It is so nice. It's my second favorite Carner perfume after Volcano. And it is a beautiful carnation. I really wish carnation accords were used in perfume more often, because carnation is such a lovely smelling flower. It's unique, it's spicy. Like, it's a spicy flower. It smells like those stock, I think they're called stock, these flowers that smell a little bit like carnations. It's a wonderfully spicy carnation perfume that's very clean as well. It's airy, it's light, it's bright. I love it when spicy perfumes can still manage to be bright, and Carner have made such a wonderful carnation perfume here, and sadly they've discontinued it. So again, Carner, Sarah Carner, let's talk about that thought process. What happened here? Why do beautiful things like this get discontinued? I don't understand. There's always reasons. They're none of our business, really. But, you know, it's fine. We'll deal with it. So this is Sweet William by Carner. This is the last thing I added to my collection. Now I can delete everything off of my phone and start the 2025 list and do this video at the end of this year, presuming I'll be alive. I'm just kidding, guys. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. This was a long one. I'm really sorry, but it's bound to be, isn't it? I'm talking about 33 perfumes here. I'm at Romano, trying to make the world smell better. One video at a time. I will see you guys soon. Goodbye.